Blackwood Manor had always been shrouded in mystery. Nestled deep within the English countryside, its Gothic architecture and overgrown gardens gave it a menacing air that kept locals at bay. No one dared to approach the manor, let alone enter it, for it was said to be haunted by the tormented spirit of Lady Eleanor Blackwood, who had vanished without a trace over a century ago. Despite the chilling rumors, curiosity got the better of Michael Reynolds, a renowned paranormal investigator. Determined to uncover the truth behind the manor's haunting, he decided to spend a night within its walls, armed with nothing but his equipment and a steely resolve. As Michael approached Blackwood Manor, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that seemed to dance across the landscape. The iron gates creaked open reluctantly, as if warning him to turn back. Ignoring the ominous sign, Michael stepped onto the gravel path leading to the front door. The air was thick with the scent of decaying leaves and the faint, sweet aroma of forgotten flowers. The door, surprisingly unlocked, groaned as it swung open, revealing a grand but decaying foyer. The once opulent interior was now a testament to time's relentless passage. Chandeliers hung by mere threads, paintings were cloaked in dust, and the wooden floorboards creaked with each step. Michael set up his cameras and recording devices, hoping to capture any signs of paranormal activity. Hours passed, and the manor remained eerily silent. Michael's eyes grew heavy, and he struggled to stay awake. Just as he was about to succumb to sleep, a faint whisper echoed through the hallways. Startled, he grabbed his flashlight and followed the sound. The whispering grew louder, more distinct, leading him to a grand staircase. At the top, a portrait of Lady Eleanor Blackwood stared down at him, her eyes seeming to follow his every move. Suddenly, the whispering stopped, replaced by a chilling silence. Michael's breath quickened as he ascended the staircase, the air growing colder with each step. At the end of the hallway, a door stood ajar, emitting a faint, ghostly glow. Summoning his courage, Michael pushed the door open and entered the room. The room was a stark contrast to the rest of the manor. It was pristine, as if time had stood still. A large, ornate mirror hung on the far wall, and a four-poster bed with crimson curtains dominated the space. Michael felt a presence, an oppressive weight that made the air thick and hard to breathe. As he approached the mirror, a figure appeared behind him. Spinning around, he found himself face to face with the ghostly apparition of Lady Eleanor. Her eyes were hollow, her face a mask of sorrow and despair. She reached out to him, her fingers cold and insubstantial. Michael stumbled backward, his heart racing. "Help me," she whispered, her voice echoing with anguish. Michael gathered his wits and asked, "What happened to you, Lady Eleanor?" Her ghostly form flickered as she began to recount her tragic tale. She had been betrayed by those she trusted most, her husband and her sister, who had conspired to rid themselves of her to claim her fortune. They had locked her away in this very room, where she had slowly succumbed to madness and despair before her untimely death. Determined to bring her peace, Michael promised to help her. Lady Eleanor's spirit seemed to weaken, but she pointed to the mirror, urging him to look within. As Michael peered into the glass, he saw a hidden compartment behind it. Prying it open, he discovered a journal, its pages filled with Lady Eleanor's final, desperate writings. The journal detailed the cruel treatment she had endured and the location of her hidden remains. Armed with this knowledge, Michael ventured into the manor's dark and winding basement, where he found a concealed door leading to a small, dank chamber. There, he discovered Lady Eleanor's skeletal remains, still shackled to the wall. With great reverence, Michael gathered her remains and carried them outside to the manor's overgrown garden. Under the light of the full moon, he dug a grave and laid her bones to rest. As he covered the grave, a sense of calm washed over the manor, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. Back inside, Michael found the once ominous portrait of Lady Eleanor now depicted her with a serene smile. Her spirit, finally at peace, no longer haunted the manor. As dawn broke, Michael packed up his equipment and left Blackwood Manor, the weight of his encounter heavy on his mind. He published his findings, and the story of Lady Eleanor Blackwood's tragic fate captured the public's imagination. Blackwood Manor, no longer feared, became a site of historical interest, drawing visitors who wished to pay their respects to the once tormented lady. But some nights, when the moon was full, locals claimed they could see a ghostly figure wandering the manor's gardens, her sorrowful eyes now filled with gratitude, silently watching over the place she had once called home. And Michael, though he never returned to Blackwood Manor, felt a profound connection to the spirit he had helped find peace. knowing that sometimes, even the darkest tales could have a glimmer of light.